Today is February the 5th. Today, Jesus is the Son of God. So in the very next paragraph in the Gospel of Luke, Jesus heals Simon Peter's mother-in-law, and then many come and he casts out demons, who again have a very interesting thing to say about Jesus. Let's read that story. Luke chapter 4 from verse 38 to 41. After leaving the synagogue, he entered Simon's house. Now Simon's mother-in-law was suffering from a high fever, and they asked him about her. He stood over her and rebuked the fever, and it left her. Immediately she got up and began to serve them. As the sun was setting, all those caring for any who were sick with various kinds of diseases brought them to him. He laid his hands on each of them and cured them. Moreover, demons also came out of many, shouting, "You are the Son of God." But he rebuked them and wouldn't allow them to speak, because they knew he was the Messiah. Now in this story, this is the first presentation of what has come to be known as the Messianic secret. Jesus refuses to let those who confess him as Messiah to openly speak about that. The reason is more that he wants people to come to that understanding of their own accord, not hear it from someone else. But in this case, the demons called Jesus the Son of God. In the Old Testament, the Son of God does occur. In 2 Samuel 7, David and David's son, Solomon, are called the Son of God. This is primarily because they are kings of Israel, and God is leading Israel. In Exodus 4:22, Moses says to Pharaoh, "Israel is my firstborn son. Let my son worship me." In Job chapter 1, what has come to be known as the divine council is called the sons of God. Angelic beings who sit in God's presence. Finally, in Psalm 2, the Messiah is the Son of God. Let's read Psalm 2. Stick around afterward. We'll have a few comments.
Psalm 2, New Revised Standard Version. Why do the nations conspire and the people plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and his anointed, saying, "Let us burst their bonds apart and cast their cords from us." He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord has them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, "I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. I will tell of the decree of the Lord. He said to me, 'You are my son. Today I have begotten you.' Ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now, therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and trembling. Kiss his feet, or he will be angry, and you will perish in the way. For his wrath is quickly kindled. Happy are all who take refuge in him."
Psalm 2 is a short psalm, isn't it? Psalm 1 tells us who the righteous man is. Psalm 2 tells us who the righteous king is. And that king is God's Messiah. Here in verse 2, he talks about his anointed. The word anointed in Hebrew is Messiah, the Messiah. This is all about the Messiah. the Messiah is called later on in verse 7. He said to me, "You are my son." The Messiah is God's son. And then later, New Revised Standard Version hides it a little bit by the translation, but other translations in verse 11 say, "Kiss the Son." Pay homage to the Son of God. This is a clear presentation that the Messiah is God's own Son. So what do we do today? We worship the Son. We kiss the Son. We pay homage to the Son. Thank God that He sent us His Messiah to redeem us. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you like what you heard today, subscribe on whatever platform you use to listen.